I want to show you just how close the fire came to Mark Clark's home. This is maybe about a football field away, maybe 100 yards away. And as you can see, that part of the forest is badly burnt. But if you look at Clark's property, it remains untouched, unscathed. And he credits that to maintaining his yard, thinning it out, and doing a lot of praying. Take a look at the damage caused by those floodwaters inside Los Caballos apartment complex. You can see at least 3 to 4 feet of sheetrock removed where those water levels rose. I want you to take a look to my left for a second here. You can actually see park rangers have already started to close the entrance to Carlsbad Caverns National Park.
So it is insane. People are so excited and so ready for Pope Francis. He's officially touched ground here in Juarez, and the plane is moving in front of our direction. People chanting, standing. They're just so excited to be here in his presence. They're just ready for him to get off the plane so they can actually see him and catch a glimpse of him.
Crews still working behind me to put out the fire that damaged part of the road leading up to the Tiburon Fire Department. This area here badly charred, some of the smoke still visible. I'll take a look behind me. You can see those crews battling this fire as we speak. Estela, there are 12,572 seats here at the Pan Am. It's been nearly a decade since NMSU has seen a sellout game. You may not believe it when I say in New Mexico, you don't have to have a fence around your property in order to keep your cattle from roaming. Tonight we learn it's going to take a collaborative effort to keep other drivers safe. Now, depending on the damage, Ortiz says repairs can cost you at least well into the thousands. Take a look at this car here. All the damage has been marked by these small circles. Ortiz says it's going to cost this customer at least $5,000. We're back here in the kitchen of my brother's place, and we just have to talk to the head cook, Paul. He is the lifeblood of this place. Paul, how are you feeling right now?
Busy, crazy, losing my mind.
And moving on over here, cracks are actually large enough that I can actually step in and walk through them. Now, with the possibility of rain in the forecast, homeowners here in La Union are hoping history doesn't repeat itself. The system is back to normal after a computer glitch, and staff is trying to get passengers where they need to go. But as you can see here, they're still trying to get luggage back to them. Still a very busy and active scene here on Lee Trevino near Vista El Sol. If you just take a look behind me, you can still see dozens of police officers and special traffic investigators on scene here. Located near La Catedral, a kiosk plastered with photos of Pope Francis with messages that say Chihuahua es amor or Chihuahua is love, encouraging people to sign a guest book located inside with their messages and prayers to the Pope.
It's not that they can go without water, it's that they can go days longer without it, 2 to 3 days longer than most breeds. They adapt to the environment around them, which is exactly what the cattle here at the Hornada Experimental Range north of Las Cruces have been doing for several years.
So think of Twitter like getting your mail. When you follow an account, that information drops directly onto your feed, much like getting your mail in your mailbox. It appears at least one person is in a standoff with police at the Bravo Mike Studios off of Idaho here in Las Cruces. Again, heavy police presence, and you can hear police yelling to a suspect inside the Bravo Mike Studios to get out with their hands up. Hi, Rick. Yes, we're here at Mesilla Valley Mall in Las Cruces. As you mentioned, the mall has been evacuated, and I want you to take a look here. Still a chaotic scene out here. Police are patrolling the area, trying to get people out of here. You can still see some employees and people walking around, but again, they are trying to clear this area because the suspect is still on the loose. Thousands of people chanting and singing in honor of Pope Francis.
I'm extremely happy because I know he helps people, so I'm excited to see him and see if he might see me and wave to me.
The private hangar at the Juarez airport transforming into a full-blown stadium. Altar boys, a choir of nearly 1,000 children and orchestras filled the stands. Several people from the borderland also in attendance, including 2 El Paso girls who were on a missionary trip with their church.
It's just really fun to bring up people that we work in, and we're just really excited. I'm just really happy.
Another woman traveling across the border with her entire family.
We came here at 4:30 in the morning.
And how do you feel right now?
Elated. He gave a blessing to my daughter. We were very fortunate and very moving experience, once in a lifetime.
And another El Pasoan, 5-year-old Ivan Andres Avila, who suffers from brittle bone disease. He was among the children that greeted Pope Francis. His mother saying she's elated.
Feliz, emocionados.
Bishop Mark Seitz also there, getting a personal thank you from the Pope himself.
The Pope is so generous, you know, and so warm in his greeting. One thing he said, he thanked me for organizing the gathering in the Sun Bowl. So now we just need to get people out there and represent us well.
People tell me they're ready to follow Pope Francis throughout the day. They don't care what they have to do. They just want to be in his presence like they were here. Reporting from Ciudad Juarez, Josie Ortegon, ABC 7. Estella, we're standing outside the evacuation shelter set up at Cloudcroft High School. This is about 40 minutes away from Timberon, where the fire first broke out. Now, a lot of the families here have lost their homes in the fire, and this is the only place they can go for now. Meanwhile, crews are continuing to battle the blaze, and they're hoping to contain some of it by tomorrow.
As long as we get through today's burning shift without any fire crossing the established control lines, we should be looking good as the days progress.
The small village of Timberon in danger as 290 acres of land burned and 31 homes gone. Another 60 homes in danger. Crews still working behind me to put out the fire that damaged part of the road leading up to the Timberon Fire Department. This area here badly charred, some of the smoke still visible. Crews using hot shots, Type 2 crews to keep it from spreading.
What we look at is we concentrate on perimeter control. There's nothing we can do with the interior of the fire, so we focus on the perimeter, trying to keep that in check.
A combination of drought, low humidity, and propane tanks exploding that are not helping.
The rain would be beneficial, the wind would not be.
Governor Martinez even canceling an event in northern New Mexico and flying by National Guard helicopter to get an aerial view of the damage.
I could see the homes that were destroyed. It's a white ash that you can see from above.
When we arrived here in Timberon, many residents were here waiting for word to get back to their homes. One woman telling us she expected to get back to nothing. How are you feeling right now?
Lost. Because that's my home.
Pinter, who is a lifelong resident of Timberon, was evacuated Wednesday afternoon. With no running car, she was in fear for her life.
How am I going to get out of here? And he said, don't worry about it. I'll get you out of here. You've got a way to go. I've got you. Don't worry about it.
All she, like dozens of others, can do now is hope for the best.
Hopefully some way to get back up there and get a home again.
Still no word on the cause and nowhere near containment. 160 firefighters are on the line, and another 40 to 60 firefighters from across the state are expected to arrive in Timberon tonight. For now, reporting live in Cloudcroft with our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom, Josie Ortegon, ABC 7.
Some guy just came up to our door and he is bleeding. It looked like he got beat up. He's full of blood. I guess he got beat up and they stole his car.
Police say it's still unclear what the relationship between the victim and Abel Montes may have been, but they do know that the victim was dumped here in this area off of Sunny Acres Drive. And then the victim staggers to this home right behind me, and the owner calls 911 about a bloodied victim on his doorstep.
He's bleeding from everywhere. His face, his arms are full of blood.
At that point, the man was falling in and out of consciousness.
He doesn't know where it happened? No. My mom keeps asking him and he just doesn't know. He keeps just pointing down the road.
The injuries were so severe, he thought he was shot in the head.
He got hit by a shotgun on his head. That's what he said. He got shot.
Police say he did not suffer from a gunshot wound, but rather blunt force trauma. The victim's car was later found in downtown El Paso, leading police to believe Montes is still in the borderland. And police say Martina Hernandez may still be with him, but not willfully.
This is somebody who we believe committed a crime, and it was a particularly heinous crime. Obviously, this person has the capacity to be dangerous.
I'm standing near the crosswalk on Picacho Avenue near Melendres Street. This is where Annabelle and Alejandra Dorado were struck Monday afternoon. Now, Picacho Avenue is a very busy road, which makes Las Cruces extremely nervous.
It's a daily occurrence.
Tom Connor owns a radiator shop near the crosswalk on Picacho. He says he witnesses close calls there several times a day.
There's always a hazard at this area.
Annabelle and Alejandro Dorado, seen here with friends, were crossing the street in the crosswalk when they were struck. After hearing Connor's concerns, we tried it out for ourselves. It's 1:08 in the afternoon, and I'm about to cross the street here on Picacho Avenue to demonstrate how difficult it is to cross the street. It took several seconds before I was able to cross the street. Several drivers failed to yield. Not too bad, but we went back later. I'm about to cross the street again here on Picacho Avenue. There's a lot more traffic here. It's 4:16, and this is around the same time the twin girls were struck Monday. Signs. Several drivers failed to yield and zoomed past me. Obvious problems, but no real solution. Connor says making the crosswalk more visible to drivers would help. But the state says that doesn't necessarily mean it'll prevent similar incidents.
Some people say, well, put up more signs. Well, what happens is we inundate the road with too many signs and people just don't pay attention at all.
At the end of the day, Connor says he just wants to make sure people are safe.
Bad things could happen on down the road, but listen, we need to get this taken care of.
And the DOT says they will review the crosswalk in order to determine whether or not they'll add more signage or lights. And Rick and Estella, the penalty for failing to yield to pedestrians is a $92 fine. Charges against the driver in this case are still pending. Live in Las Cruces with our New Mexico Mobile Newsroom, Josie Ortegon, ABC 7.